Imagine if we didn't. Imagine if we lived according to the laws of nature. Now, did you ever wonder why it is that we have, if you go to medical school, you have to memorize books that are 8 inches thick? We're trying to figure out all the reasons that we die and get sick. And wild animals who have no intercourse with humans, no interface with humans, die from less than 10 diseases. Why is it? Why is it that 200, 300, 500 animals can drink out of, in the forest can drink out of the same watering hole and not get sick, and here we are sterilizing our water and drinking it out of bottles, and we're all getting sick? Did you ever wonder why that is? 1 out of 2 men will get cancer in their lifetime. 1 out of 2.8 women will get cancer in their lifetime. Every 25 seconds, one of us dies of heart disease. This doesn't happen in nature. So the reason all this is happening is because we have strayed. We have lost our way. So now we're living in boxes. We all got here in a machine, and then we're going to go home and look at machines. We're going to purchase our food from machines. And every once in a while, we might say, let's go out to the country to get close to nature. Well, what's this? You can't get any closer. You're sitting in it. So, now, you grow up. If there's anything on this planet that you can call yours, and it's not really yours because you're just borrowing it, it's your body. How many people know how to take care of their body? You know, Paracelsus is called the father of modern medicine. But he was much more than that. And he's really not the father of modern medicine at all. He would vomit if he knew what modern medicine turned out to be. But anyway, he said, the person who's not their own physician by the age of 40 is a fool. Okay. So the best we can do to our beloved fellow creatures on this planet is teach them how not to be fools anymore. And the only way we can do that is to live it. And I go to conferences and I see my fellow alternative doctors eating abysmally. I will not eat with them. I will not sit with them. I'm appalled. And every time I come to them, I can't believe they're still alive. Wow. So, anyway, I know I don't have long here to talk, but what I wanted to remind you all is that there's a really good, important book you might want to read called The China Study by T. Colin Campbell. It sort of ends the debate on those who still think there's a debate. Please read it. Okay, but T. Colin Campbell. Dr. Campbell. He's a PhD professor emeritus from Cornell University, and it's based on 25, 30 years of NIH-granted research. Cornell, Oxford University, and then a Chinese university. But that's one of many. And anyway, once the light goes on and you realize that we're part of nature, you'll realize it is all that makes sense. If I were to give you the talk I give each patient, at the end of the talk you would say, I already knew all that. Of course we already know that. We know the truth. We're at home with the truth. When you learned how to count to 10 and then someone said, by the way, 1 + 1 is 2, you went, yeah, of course. You know, but if someone's up here pointing and they've got all kinds of explanations and you're scratching your head, it's not true. The truth is simple. It's simple. And so complex, we'll never understand it. Now, I lived in Hawaii for 15 years. I've been to the Himalayas, through the forests. I've been to Costa Rica. I've been to Vanuatu. Where else? Many jungles around the world. I've never seen supplement trees or vitamin trees anywhere. Anywhere. There are no lycopene trees, but there are tomatoes. And the tomatoes are, not only is there lycopene, but there's beta-carotene, there's fiber, there's vitamin C, and there's minerals. And they're all woven together in the most incredibly divine way that we'll never, ever, ever figure it out. And guess what? You don't need to. Just eat it. One other thing that's very important in this is to understand what is nature's cure? What do all animals do when they're sick? They stop eating. They stop eating. They might, and remember, all animals who are plugged into nature through instinct are all herbalists. So they'll go and they'll eat the right herb that's not part of their diet to either vomit or get diarrhea, and then they'll lie down and heal. Healing comes from within. Fasting. There's not one spiritual leader that didn't fast. Okay, and anyone who has gotten any bit of health must have fasted. And so, anyway, what I'd like to say is, I have 9 minutes left, is that what that is? Right? Okay. What I'd like to say is, let's try to figure out where we fit in nature, okay? Because unlike dogs, we can't we have to try and think about it. Okay. Where we fit in nature is simply that we are mammals, and mammals have 4 qualities which distinguish them from non-mammals. We are warm-blooded, we have hair or fur, our babies are born alive, not in eggs, and we have mammary glands to produce milk. This is a mammal. There are some weird ones, extreme ones called monotremes and other ones, but for the most part, that's what a mammal is. And there are 2 basic mammals, 2 groups of mammals. Okay, one group has vertically moving jaws, acidic saliva, short digestive tracts, and they pant. When they eat, they chase another animal, they break its neck, they rip open its abdomen, and they eat the organs: pancreas, rectum, liver, kidneys, heart, lungs. They chew the eyeballs. They luxuriate in the gore, and they're called carnivores. If I handed anyone in this room a chicken, you would not rip its head off and eat it alive, and neither would your grandparents or their grandparents or their grandparents or their grandparents, because we simply are not carnivores. New York Museum of Natural History. Anyone ever been there in Manhattan? If you go to it and you go to the carnivore section, the only place you find humans is on this side of the ropes, okay? All right. Can we get away with it? Sure. Can we smoke? Sure. Can we shoot heroin? Sure. Are we going to achieve optimal functioning? No way. Optimal functioning is the only definition of health. Okay? We were all fitted for optimal functioning, for health, by nature. All animals, eagles, we have no idea what the optimal functioning of a human is. Einstein used 8% of his brain. There are guys in Vilcabamba, Machu Picchu, Abkhazia, Georgia, fathering children at the age of 110. We have people here at 35 asking for Viagra.